Hello guys, and welcome back. Gonna do a little paint touch-up project. So you might remember this figure from a little while back where I used some parts and a head that I purchased off eBay to put together a full figure. I did a restring on him, so he's all restrung with the Oh No Floppy Joe restring kit. So that worked out really well. Figure is very tightly strung, so I haven't really come up with an idea for him just yet, but for now I figured I'll just do some touch-ups. So start off with just working on the eyebrows on the figure. See, they're a little bit scuffed up, so that needs a little touching up. Not an expert painter, and just kind of decided this project in a whim. I don't have the proper yellow to do his hair, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to do the eyebrows because the project I have in mind, I'm not going to really need to touch up the hair because it's not going to show. So just grab some paint I had laying around the house. Got a brown here to go with the eyes or the eyebrows. A little water to mix it with, and a paintbrush. So just gonna go ahead and get started with this. Shouldn't need too much paint, that ought to do it. And I don't know if it's gonna be a perfect match, but it should be pretty much close enough to get this job done. Let's see how well I can do this with a camera in front of my face. Certainly don't want to overdo it, just trying to lightly fill in the scuffed up areas. Oops, sorry, not even paying attention to how it's framed on camera. Alright, so there's the figure. Got the eyebrows touched up, so I think that looks a little better. So moving on from that, let's get into the project. So this is what I had in mind for the time being. Gonna put together the underwater attack mission gear set. So this is Gijoe Hall of Fame. It's a pretty cool diving set. That's kind of the idea what it's going to look like when it's all set up. And See a quick look at the back of the packaging, the other sets that were available at the time, and then the bio. Feel free to pause and read that. So with that in mind, I'm going to crack this open and we'll start setting up the scuba diver. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the gear out of package. So here's the scuba tanks. It's got the GI Joe logo on there, some pretty nice sculpted detail. The two hoses into the mask, and that's all held on with elastic for the scuba tank, as well as the mask itself. So it's really cool. Flippers, very flexible. Comes with a dive knife, dive watch, and a spear gun. It does have firing action. That works really well. And then of course you do get some instructions on how to gear up the figure. And then the dive suit itself. So it's got this elastic style fabric. It's got little foot wraps to go around the feet, and it is a zipper design. The GI Joe logo on there. It's pretty cool. And then the hood, which is one of the reasons I really didn't need to worry about taking care of the hair on the figure. So let's go ahead and start getting him geared up. I'm hoping that this set really isn't too baggy on him. I know it's meant for the Hall of Fame, and those figures are very muscular, but it seems like it's going to have enough elasticity to still be somewhat form-fitting to the action figure, even though it's the 1964 version body, which is of course not the most muscular, but yeah, not too bad. Well, that's fitting pretty good. I want to put the hood on next before I zip it up. Whoops. So that's pretty much what's going to be showing for the face. So with the eyebrows touched up, it looks pretty good. So not too bad actually. Looks pretty decent. Try the flippers on. Hopefully they'll fit. The 60s feet are a little bigger than the Hall of Fame, of course. I'm hoping with the flexibility it should still do the trick. Yep, that works. Little bit of a tight fit, but does work. So far that's coming along pretty nicely. Alright, and we're back. I put the rest of the gear onto the figure. Give you a close up on the face. I think that looks pretty good. It's the spear gun. And I did put the dive knife onto the figure. So that's the full effect. Just give you a look at the back of the figure. Not looking too bad, so I think that turned out pretty well. So I got another gijoe to put on the shelf. Alright guys, well thanks for following along, and hope you enjoyed this little project. And until next time, thanks for watching.